It's your boy, Mr. Train, as always. Another episode of Primecraft. Whoop! Oh, I can't jump. Whoop! All right, folks, we're back with another episode. And as you can see in the top right, we now have 2 beacons. That's right. We spent a lot of time during my last stream going into the nether and fighting a boatload of wither skeletons. It took me so freaking long. And you will not believe it's been 2 days in between that day and right now when I'm recording. We now have 19 more wither skulls. And look at them. wait till y'all see this. It took me almost 700 wither skeletons to get that many, right? So we have the 16 that's in there, or 19 that's in there, plus the additional 6 that we use. So we've made 25 wither skeletons. So we have gotten 25 wither skulls, meaning out of the 616 wither skeletons we have fought, we have had a 0.04% drop rate of these damn skulls. I hope that I do not have to fight withers, or not withers. Hopefully we don't have to farm wither skulls anytime soon until after the wither update, which then obviously we'll just make ourselves a wither farm, which is something I really wish we could make right now. And it'll make life a whole lot easier, but that is an extremely low drop rate. So glad that's over with. But yeah, I spent a lot of time fighting withers over the last 2 days. Like I said, literally that's pretty much all I was doing, was killing withers and farming another brick, but that's all done. But as you can see right here, bam, look at this, it's all done. Look how big it is. That's what she said. It is the biggest base that I have ever personally built. Now, I've built a bunch of big areas. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. It is the biggest area that I have ever built, or biggest base, sorry, getting sidetracked. So I've built bigger areas, and like put a building here, a building there, but I've never built an actual building this large. So I'm pretty happy with it. We'll go inside real quick and guys take a look at it. But while we're heading over there, talk about a couple things. So today's episode is actually going to be focused on auto farms. We're going to build ourselves a stone farm. We need to build ourselves a sugarcane farm, and we are going to build ourselves a pumpkin and melon farm. All automated over in the area. The stone farm I think we're going to put right here, and then all the other automated farms going to go over in the farm district. And yeah, that's the plan for today, because I need a lot of stuff crafted. So if you look right here, I'm going to show you some stuff before we go inside the base. Is I killed off all of our villagers. Well, I didn't kill them. Technically, lava killed them, because this thing was completely full of villagers. And now this thing is completely full of cows. Holy shnikes. I didn't realize how many cows I've been breeding, and I've spent a lot of time. I totally forgot that I'd been going over here, and I was literally just like watching the movie and just constantly feeding these guys, constantly feeding them. So now we have a bunch of cows, and the reason we're doing this is mainly, one, we want to be able to get a couple cows so we can make an automated cow farm eventually, to get some leather, right? That's the thing we need. When we build in here, one of the rooms we're going to do is going to be a little library area, so I'm going to need a lot of leather for a lot of books and a lot of bookcases. And in here is now what the base looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. Got some really good ideas for what I'm going to do in here. Over here is that little tower we talked about building in the last episode in the middle of the base. So I'm probably going to actually extend the circle probably about 3 or 4 blocks to make it go this way more and that way more. Or I might just leave it how it is. I don't really know yet. But I'm really liking it. Again, to me, this is large. This is extremely big because I've never built this big before. I'm really excited to see what we can do on the inside of here. So let me get all the resources I need to build ourselves a stone farm, baby. All right, folks. So real quick, I just got done showing you guys all my cows. And earlier today, I've been over here in this little area of my base all day, right? Since I gotten on. And there's a couple other people on the server right now, and they had been complaining about lag as soon as I got on. I was like, what are y'all talking about? There's nothing in my base at all that could be causing lag. There's no way my chicken farm is causing lag. Again, I totally forgot about these guys. So we're going to go ahead and kill pretty much all the cows real fast. Now that we got all these cows over here dead, I can show you guys some stuff. You know, all my villagers are back. I did actually end up building that stone farm I was talking about over here, but to me, it was not worth the effort. It was not worth the effort of just standing there holding the left click when I could just go down below, use my mining beacon, and be able to get more than just stone or more than just cobblestone. So we decided to go ahead and tear that thing down. But what we are going to do is, one, show you guys the work we've done on the base. Look at this. We've done so much stuff to this base. But we're going to show you guys what we've done to the base, and then we are going to move over to the automated farm area in the mushroom biome so we can get ourselves the rest of those farms we talked about created. And let me get up a little bit away so you guys can see. I still got to do this roof, as you can see right here, but for the most part, you guys can tell that this thing is done. Well, for the most part, for the most part, it's kind of almost done. We changed that out because I had a lot of people telling me that they thought my base looked like a church or a steeple because I had like a little cross with fence posts there. So I took that out, put some glass. Up here, we did end up widening that circle. Now, something I also have done off camera, which off camera for you guys, but on stream, over at mixer.com/Mr. Trent. We did this thing right here. We put ourselves in a giant, I won't say giant, but we put ourselves in an auto smelter. So up top, we just throw in items in the front chest for what we want smelted, the back chest for the coal, and then bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, it always gets done up. So this is about it. You know, I made a couple changes on the inside and everything, but I'm really, 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 really happy with how the base is turning out. So we are going to grab all the resources we need and head on over to the farm area. So I actually think we're going to kind of change up the game plan a little bit. And I know that we went over to the mushroom biome and start using that as the area for our automated farms, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think I kind of just want to stay around my base location, and we're just going to use these areas. We're going to leave the mob farm over there because that kind of makes sense, right? Because it's a little bit easier to avoid all the underground tunnels and everything. But everything else, I think we're just going to go ahead and start building over here. I think we're even going to move the iron farm over here at some point. But I was thinking about the fact, it gives us filler, right? Like, it gives us filler content for the area so that we don't have to worry about coming up with a whole bunch of stuff within render distance stuff for everything. So right here is where I kind of want to just go down this sugarcane farm. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these holes filled in and stuff, and then I guess we'll start building it. All right, so we got all this over here now, and I went ahead and put down a bunch of the rail tracks, just kind of trying to get an idea of exactly what we're gonna do. And you can see over here that we went ahead and put down all the torches to power all these powered rails, and we have a lot of powered rails to go through. I will show you guys real quick exactly what it is we're doing. All right, so this right here is my creative world, and I think I've shown you guys this a couple times, but you can see right here, this is just like me testing out exactly how many blocks to go. I didn't want to go like ridiculously long, but we went ahead and spaced out exactly how many blocks we would need to go to place water source blocks so that none of them really run into or interfere with each other. But this right here is the contraption we're going with. We're going to have a spot where we can turn on the carts to do all of our mine collecting. Once they pick, or all of our collecting, I should say, and once they pick up everything, they're going to come up here, and if they have an item in it, you will see right here, it will pick it up, and it should freeze right at the top, just briefly, enough to let it pull off the item and drop it down into the chest below it. So now we got that, and then we should have one over here. And yeah, so I was thinking though we might move this a little bit to where it's kind of closer to where the start is, but I kind of feel like that's a really long waste of carts to push this all the way around. And then even here, this doesn't have to be powered rails. We're probably gonna switch this out because I have so many normal rails. We don't really need power rails for the whole thing. I don't even know why I didn't think about that when I was building this. I just went ahead and built it with power rail. So when I went into single player, I was like, you know what? We're just going to use that. But I did get this video off another individual on YouTube. I forget his name. I'll make sure I leave a link down below in the description for you guys to go check that out. But what happens is if we flick this lever right here, we now have ourselves a flying machine, as you guys can see right there. Right. And it works pretty flawlessly. We do have to have, again, this is why I did this over here, where we kind of like spaced out the water, see exactly how many spaces we needed to get a proper distribution of the water. Yeah, that's right, I know big words. Distribution of the water, so that we don't have to put these signs, because it's not much, but that does take away an entire row on every 8 blocks of not being able to put down sugarcane. And then we got the hoppers down there. So the hoppers are here, and we're going to still use the hoppers even without the signs, because the whole point of the hoppers is so that when the flying machine goes through for whatever sugarcane gets put into the water, it gets pushed into the water, we want to make sure that we're not losing that, right? So we're trying to make this pretty much a lossless sugarcane farm. Now, obviously, like I said, you can extend it way further than what I got it. This is just kind of what we did for now. But yeah, I like it. I think it works really, really smoothly. I've tested it out quite a bit. Like I said, I made some changes that we're doing over the single player world, and let's just get back over there and start doing that stuff. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why this furnace and this furnace, look, okay, they're on different spots, but both of these furnaces, for some odd reason, will not fill with items. The only reason there's any items in it right now is or coals, because I manually put it in there. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know, it's very odd. It is literally set up exactly the same way. I don't know, just Minecraft, I guess. But we are over here because we are trying to smelt ourselves some glass, because we need a lot of glass for what we are working on. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about emptying these things out. Okay. But yeah, we're trying to get a whole bunch of glass because we need some for the sugarcane farm, and we need the sugarcane farm ASAP, because this is our last stack of rockets, I believe. So we got 31 rockets left, and then, yep. But over here, I'm gonna go ahead and dump out all this terracotta. I've smelted it. Now we got that sweet, sweet glazed terracotta. Yeah, let's put it in here. I don't know why I decided to smelt so much. I really like this one. Light gray is kind of the terracotta I'm liking. I like the terracotta, but at the same time, it's kind of an odd block. I've never actually used it before, but I know we're gonna use it in here somewhere. Just not sure where exactly. But let me get this glass. Well, it actually looks like I fixed it, so I decided to go ahead and just mess around a little bit, even though I am by no means good at redstone, right? I can watch videos and I can do stuff. Can't really create too much stuff on my own. Like, I know how to combine a couple things I've learned, right? Like I did with the sugarcane farm over there. Man, what are you doing, bro? Why are you in my crib, man? I invite you over here. But I decided to go up there and check out my repeaters, and I went ahead and ticked them down to 2 ticks instead of 4 ticks like I saw originally. And yeah, it all works now. So sweet. Moving on. This guy. Oh, you sneaky son. So right as I was getting out of my bed, I look up and there's this little guy waiting for us. All I heard was, I didn't even see him. I just jumped up and then heard the scariest sound in every game I've ever played. Don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it. Okay. Yeah. Get out of here, bro. I wasn't scared. You were scared. All right. So with the farm, as you can see here, I've got down all the tracks, and I went ahead and replaced a lot of the the powered rails. Went ahead and replaced a bunch of the powered rails with normal rails. And kind of got this cart going back and forth, kind of testing it, because the only thing I'm worried about is that if I remember correctly, unless it's not a thing anymore, mine rails, because these are going to have hoppers in them, obviously, to pick up everything. They do slow down after a while. They do slow down once they start getting too many items in them, and they won't go as fast. And that's just a big worry of mine, right? Like, I'm even a little worried right here. Like, it seems like it kind of loses momentum right here, right? Yeah, like it feels like it's kind of starts losing its momentum, like right there, like right before it gets to the powered rail. And that's not good, because we're gonna have to test this out a little bit more. But while I'm waiting to do that, I will get myself a cart. But right now, the next step in this build, I'm gonna go ahead and put all this glass in here, is we need to get all this grass put down, right? So we are going to be going through and bam, just all the way down to there, and just going down every single row and filling each block in. But before I do that, I'm gonna have to test out this cart thing. All right, so I got this mine cart with a hopper on it filled in now, and whoa, it actually looks like it picked up speed instead of losing speed. Maybe, did I have this wrong? Maybe it was the opposite, but look, it actually looks like it's picking up speed. Like it doesn't slow down in this area right here anymore. So, okay, at least we know it's going to be good. So let me put all this grass in then. It might be time to kill our villagers off again because they are getting a little backtracked. And I believe that the reason they're getting backtracked is because once they started to get backfilled, they were picking up the carrots before they had time to get into the chest, and they've just been down there freaking getting a bounce. Bow, bow. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Give you guys a quick view real fast of what's going on here. We got all the hoppers in, the mine rails, we got the border put in, and now I'm just about to go through and put down all of these freaking water buckets because we need lots of water. Well, look who decided to pay us a visit, and holy snikes, that is a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. That is the most I have ever seen in one patrol, but the messed up thing is I actually do not have any arrows. So we're going to just sneak on by these guys and get over here and grab some arrows. And I'll show you guys what we got going on with the build now. Oh, God. Nope. Back up. Up, get out of the water. Okay. Oh, snap. Oh, they're fast. Oh, they're fast. Up. Up, back up. Yeah, you don't want no sucker. Ugh. Oh God, he got me. Oh, he got me, coach. Oh. Yeah, y'all don't want no notorious. What kind of crossbow do I get? Projectile piercing and unbreaking 1. Whatever. I don't really care for the crossbows. I've never actually really used them before. I might even say with the old trusty bow. But now I was going to take you guys over here real quick anyways and show y'all we have all the hoppers. I think I showed y'all already. We got the hoppers, the rails, the grass, the side part, all that stuff put in. And now I have all the water put in. So if you see here, all the water now runs. The reason why we spaced out the water the way we did is so that one, technically all these blocks now have a water source or water flowing next to them. And when these waters end up meeting next to each other, you can see, I'll show you right here, is if they are not spaced out enough, they will meet kind of weird, right? Like they'll meet at a weird juncture and kind of skip past. It's just a slight chance that you have items skip past the hopper. So we just want the water to kind of like end right on top of the hoppers. So we just did that everywhere. You can see right here, this one will flow right into that. This will flow into that one and push it back into there, blah, 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 all the way down. Now this thing is a lot bigger than I was thinking it was going to be. That's what she said. But now it is time to start getting all of the leaf blocks. And I think that's it. We're going to get the leaf blocks put in. And then once we get the leaf blocks put in, we can start doing the flying machine. And oh my God, we're almost ready to get this thing going, baby. I really hate how blocks look in this biome. That is one of the only downfalls I'm having to living in this biome is I really do not like how it gives it that whole dead look. So like I was trying to use some leaf blocks over there. You can kind of see that way out there, that little green wool block, because I was going to put like some bushes out in front of my base. And it turned out like this. And I totally, for some reason, even though everything else, like, what's weird is like oak. Maybe it's just oak. Is it just oak that's dead like that? I'm gonna go get some spruce leaves. Well, it appears that spruce wood or spruce leaves do not die when you put them down, but I have oak, dark oak. Oak apparently is dead. I believe all the rest of them die as well, but please don't let dark oak. It's dead too. All right, looks like we're using spruce, and I was not planning on cutting all these spruce trees down. I was actually really enjoying how this looked. So I'm probably just gonna leave those there. We're gonna go over here and grow some more trees and then cut those down. Haha. All right. So a couple of things I'm just now starting to notice is one, this build is taking me a little bit longer than I was thinking it was going to. So this is definitely going to be the only farm that we're going to work on today. All right. But then the second thing is I was getting all excited because I was like, all right, we got this put in. So this right here will power that one individual powered rail that's back there. So we'll flip that lever, and then the mine carts are eventually obviously going to all be on those rails, and then that'll turn that off and on. So if we flip the lever off, whenever the mine carts go down and then come back, they'll turn off. And then we are also going to have a switch that's going to lead up to where the flying machine is going to be at. So we'll make sure we can be able to turn that off and on, because we definitely don't want this to be on 24/7 because it is still pretty close to the base. But the thing I was realizing is I'm almost done and we don't have any sugarcane. We literally have 10 pieces of sugarcane. So we're going to go ahead and plant these things down, get some growing so we can make sure this is all filled up by the time we get this machine going. All right, so I officially need like something that lets me know when I'm recording and my microphone is not on. All right, so I did put all that stuff in over there, record it, didn't have my mic on. That's pretty much it. We did all of this stuff over here. So we now have the drop-off stations, and I already showed you guys in Creative exactly how these things work. But now you guys can see we now have this stuff in. Now I think what we're gonna do, is we're going to take these hoppers and just have them all connected on this level and just bring it all around. And I should have just had all these hoppers pointing this way. Dang, you know what, it's already too late. So these hoppers are all going to be facing on this road right here, facing this direction. Then we're going to swing them around, and we're going to make the hoppers go all the way over here and drop them off into a chest. But at the same time, you know what, I don't know. We're going to figure out something to get the items from over here to over here, because over here is where we have all the switches to turn the carts on, to turn the flying machine on. I don't want to have to run over here to flip everything on, and then when I'm done I have to run all the way over here just to collect stuff. So we're going to somehow get that stuff over here. But now I am trying to make the rest of our mine carts, which I already made them all. Made all the ones that I can. We're going to go ahead and throw these bad babies down on their locations. And then bam, bam. Okay, let me get all these minecarts down. All right, I am tired of waiting for sugarcane. So we decided to explore just a little bit, and I did not realize how close I am to being out of rockets. So hopefully we have enough to be able to get back to the base. I think we're like that way. I just started like flying around trying to find some sugarcane. Got some, and all right, let's go over here and plant it now. Should be right over here. Nope. Please get out of my system. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bam, get all this extra sugarcane we got. And it is ridiculous. I didn't even think about how much sugarcane we need to fill this up, but hopefully once we get this done, we will have plenty to make all the rockets that we need. Now the reason I went ahead and went with this type of build instead of doing like a 0-tick sugarcane farm is because I'm sure most of you guys know that the 0-tick is going away. During the next update for 19 or 1.19 is going to get rid of the ability to create 0-tick farms. So I did not want to have to use something. Now I could have used something that gave me a bunch of sugarcane and then got rid of it and then planted this, and that probably would have been smarter. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't do that, but that's not what we did. Okay, that's not what we did. So we went ahead and went with this thing so that when the new update does come out, we don't have to worry about tearing down our build and then creating something new. So yeah, that's kind of why we went with this one. And now it's kind of just waiting for the sugarcane to grow, and I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this flying machine, I guess. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put these blocks back down. The carts are there, and hopefully we'll push this button and it should send them all off. Yep. Now the big thing is hoping that when they come back that they actually stop and stay right there, because sometimes the carts will bounce and then bounce back off, and I'm really hoping that they don't bounce off. I'm hoping that they actually just hit the unpowered rail and just stop. So come on, baby, stop, don't bounce. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we want to see right there. Okay, so every time I've built this thing, I have messed it up beyond believe. It took me hours to get this flying machine to work before. Look, don't judge me, okay? I have not built a whole lot of these things before. Well, that's the wrong spot. So I know that we want to put our, gotta remember how to do this. This, and then we want to take these guys, and then actually we'll break that like that, going down. And this one over here, we want to do the same way. Right, is that facing the right way? Should be. Bam, bam. So now we got to put in this guy here, which is going to go in right like that. And then we got to put an immovable object behind it, like so. And then we got to do like bam, 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 bam. Put that there. Put on one tick. Put a redstone dust there. We are going to have to do, put a trapdoor on here, which should set it off. But we aren't going to do that just yet because we still got to go on the other side and put in the stop station. All right, with that done, I believe we are finished with this build pretty much. I mean, we still obviously have to wait on all of our all the sugarcane to grow, but this thing will now officially run. I'm not going to turn it on just yet. I kind of want to finish putting leaves around here because I don't want the sugarcane to get pushed on the outside and I got to run around and pick a bunch of it up. We need every single bit of that right now. So let's put the wall real quick and then we'll turn it on and see how it runs. And now that that's completed, we now have leaves all around going 3 blocks high. Maybe we might put some glass on the top just because, but I think it's done. I think we're ready to go. So we are going to do this. And then like that. Yep. Please work. Yes. All right. Look at it go, baby. We have finally finished this build and I could not be happier. But folks, that is going to be it for today's episode. So remember, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like, leave a comment down below, maybe even hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.